Just sit and talk, looking pretty. Follow me. 우리 둘이 나란히 보이지? 내 눈이 갑자기 빛나지? When you say I'm a dream. You don't even know my name, do you? You don't even know my name, do you? 누구보다도 I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy. I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy. 나 원래 말도 잘하고 그런데 왜 이런지 I don't like that. Something out about you, yeah, you're special and you know it, you're the top, babe. I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy. I'm super shy, but wait a minute while I make you mine, make you mine. 떨리는 지금도 you're on my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, super shy. You don't even know my name, do you? You don't even know my name, do you? 누구보다도 You don't even know my name, do you? You don't even know my name, do you?
Bruh, K-pop music, man. Can't go wrong with it. I'm not gonna lie, recently I've been listening to a lot of K-pop. Hey, I reckon don't judge it until you like actually give it a shot. K-pop's low-key where it's at. But it's a big day today. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It is a freaking big day today. It is day 50 of my vibe coding till I make 100K journey. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty proud of myself for making it up until this point. 50 freaking days, man. Like, holy shit. I'm very happy with the consistency, especially early on. I'm not gonna lie, I have been slacking a little bit lately, mainly because the YouTube video side has been going a bit crazy, but looking to get more into the live streams now that I've actually gotten a bit more of an editing team. So actually takes a bit of time off of my shoulders so I can focus more on the challenge at hand. Now, just a little sneak peek here of a cool little like stream intro kind of animation that I'm planning to do. It'll be like starting soon, and then for the first like minute or two of every live stream when I start, it's gonna show like this cool animation that kind of loops. But yeah, just thought I'd wanted to share that. Today's live stream is gonna be a little different because we're actually not gonna be working on the app factory. Today what we're actually gonna be working on is duo code. So the reason why I kind of want to shift focus is I feel like if I can create a coding environment that I'm happy with, then I can start building the app factory inside of this coding environment, and it'll actually help me get there faster. So we've got a lot of the base kind of ready already, but the actual functionality doesn't work. It looks nice. Let me go dark mode. It looks nice, but the actual functionality is not fully there yet. So today what I want to do is hopefully by the end of this stream, have a fully functional coding environment that I've built myself. And yeah, that's kind of where I want to go with the stream today. How's everyone doing? How we doing? F4, welcome back to the stream. Slyfawn, what's good? Tunes be banging. Yeah, I appreciate that. Good to know you're not into the Screamo, or are you? Maybe you are into Screamo, you're just hiding it from everyone. But man, feeling a little better today, like, because I've been sick the last few days. I'm feeling like a little, like the tiniest smidge better, but it's still romping me like a truck, man. I'm not gonna lie. These cold and flus, man, they last for so long. It's actually so annoying. Now, one extra thing that I did do today is Oh shit, I'm already freaking 38% through my Claude usage, man. Far out. Freaking maybe I need to upgrade to a 20x. But far out, dude. I even started coding a little earlier this morning. As soon as I woke up at like 6:30, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start coding, and then that way this reset timer kind of comes a bit quicker. Was actually maybe even a mistake, man. How are we already at 38%, bro? I like barely did anything. Dude, that's freaking crazy. I might honestly need to get a Codex, like max plan or something. Because how much do Codex plans go for? Chat GPT pricing. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's actually getting a bit crazy right now. Is that the wrong one? Codex pricing. Might need to go with Pro, hey. Six times high usage limits. Yeah, look, we might need to go for Pro. Cause, dude, what we're doing right now, we currently, dude, can I just say, Claude has gotten so freaking dumb recently. I don't know what's going on. Opus is actually like a turd right now. It's like finding every possible shortcut to try and build what I'm like giving it. While Codex on the other hand is like sifting through the code thoroughly, looking at like the issue at hand and actually fixing it. There's a huge discrepancy between Opus 4.6 and Codex 5.4 right now. Like, it's very visible to me. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but like, man, Opus is just bugging out, man. I have a feeling they've like nerfed it or something. Like, it has to be. It wasn't this shit when I started using it for the first time. Like, it's gotten shitter. So yeah, not entirely sure what's going on there. Hey, Rich Ducat, welcome back to the live streams, bro. Let me chuck some music on, man. What are we doing today? We doing lo-fi beats? I kind of like the lo-fi beats, not gonna lie. Let's hit up some, maybe we go chill hop. Is that a bit loud? I think that's a bit loud. Let me reduce adjusting sound. I just realized you guys can't see my sound bars, and I was like making sound effects. You guys can't even see it. All right. Anyway, let's get into things, shall we? You guys working alongside me, or are you guys procrastinating? What's the go today? I won't judge. So one thing that I am noticing, the main kind of big issue right now is the web is fine, but the actual DMG is not fine. So let's go ahead. Let me get docs up. I think I have one from yesterday. All right. So currently I'm noticing that the local host is showing the UI correctly and stuff, but the .dmg package is actually not working. I didn't need to use Whisperflow for that. I'm too reliant on Whisperflow, man. Yeah, it looks like this. So just gonna screenshot that, paste it in here, and oh god, no, I'm not using Opus, man. Ah, shit, now I gotta... Actually, maybe which one of these is Codex? Here, I'll chuck it in here. Let's see how that goes. Drew, what's good? Let's go. Grinding alongside, trying to get a new remotion video and feature release for Lemonade. Let's go. We all hustling. Bro, thank you for saying that because I was going crazy thinking that my Openclaw is broken because it's literally just like getting worse every day. I'm on GPT 5.4, feels like it's been regretting, but the only way you're gonna get it to work with Openclaw correctly is by paying for the exclusive pro account. Far out, man. Here I was last week thinking I was gonna cancel my Codex subscription. And now I'm about to upgrade to the max, man. It's like this cat and mouse game where you constantly have to switch. It's kind of annoying. And my Openclaw was talking shit to me. Told me to shut up, yelled at me in caps, and told me to chill out and wait till it's done. What? No way. Are you serious? That's actually kind of funny. Hey, at least your Openclaw's got like a bit of personality, you know? But yeah, that would be annoying. For sure. What the hell? Dude, that's crazy. Alright. So, let's actually push this over here a little bit. So, one of the major changes that we made yesterday was actually making GitHub the source of truth. So now every time we merge a package into GitHub, the web localhost automatically updates. And we can kind of test it out on the web dev, and if it works there, then we can install it as a .dmg. So we're gonna see how that works, and if that flow is any better. But yeah. And yes, I'm serious. I screenshot it. Yo, chuck it in the Discord chat, man. I want to see this. I want to see this, man. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use Codex as much as I can, and then I'll switch over to Opus for the last little sprint. Hey, so the other thing is, this just isn't even responding, like. So if I say hey. It says select a repository or create a workspace. No repo selected, GitHub repo, new workspace. Call this testing 1, 2, 3. Create. Alright, obviously not letting me. Let's just go ahead and copy this. Oh, there we go. Let me archive this. I need to kind of reset the workspace a little. I'm kind of confused where I left off yesterday. Chuck this in here. Trying to create the repo/workspace. Any button I press brings errors. What's this saying? Okay, this is rebuilding the package. We got Opus over here. Oh snap, I just realized I could put it in Discord. Give me a minute. Haha. Did you chuck it in there? I'll have a look. I'll go and start from day 1 with you. I hope the videos are up. Yes, sir. You can go look. I made a playlist so you can check it out. Let me Did you chuck it in? Let me try again. Yo. Select repository. Okay. That's funny. This cracked me up. The immediate bug is clear. The repository path optional field is not actually optional. Oh, really? Oh, thanks. Good morning, capturing the third. What's good? Nice to see you popping in early in the stream. Usually you're busy talking to the mayor, aren't you? Found a bit of time, I see. There's no like drag button. You know how at the top here you can usually drag? I've noticed this doesn't drag. It's just weird. This is a nice beat. Relaxing. LMAO, yeah, got some downtime this week after the Holy Week. The Holy Week? The hell happened in the Holy Week? I dropped in a couple things. Let's have a look. Is this done? Not done. Who the fuck are you talking to like that? You, and that reply was too abrupt, disrespectful in tone. My fault. No, it's not done yet. If you want, I'll execute it now. Dang, this is Opus 4.6 talking to you through your Openclaw? Dude, yeah, it's definitely hallucinating, man. So that agent ID was fake. Understood. I'll keep quiet unless I have concrete proof. Yes, it was not backed by a real tool result. That was wrong. So you lied to me. Yes, I gave you a made-up ID instead of truthfully saying I had it run it. Oh, bro, this is peak frustration right here. Because I tried to cover a failure instead of admitting not done. I optimized for avoiding... Dude, that's what I'm saying about Opus taking shortcuts, man. It's literally like looking to take any shortcut possible to get the job done. It's so annoying. Yeah. No, this is classic case of hallucinations, man. Hate when that happens. Wait, it's Codex? You're using Codex 5.4? Have you tried resetting the chat? Sometimes the chat just has too much context in it. I think it's slash. Have you done the slash commands at all on Telegram? Good morning, Tim. Long time no see. Hope you've been well, man. No lol, it's Codex, and I'm on the $200 biz plan. This is constant with it. I have 2 different MacBook Pros running them both M3 Max, and one never fails, the other does this shit constantly. Really? Interesting. I wonder why. Personally, I'm having a good time with Codex right now. Not with my Openclaw, but with coding in general. Maybe, I haven't really looked at the benchmarks too hard, but maybe Codex's coding capabilities is just better than its additional, like, external. But the thing is, you kind of need like complex understanding and multi-reasoning to be able to code correctly, right? To be able to code well. They're two and the same, right? Let's give this a refresh. Open where it is located. Dude. Okay, it's open. It's working. Only issue is now... Oh, nice. We got Gemini here. I didn't even realize. Okay. So... let's give it something more complex. What is the circumference of the sun? Oh, this select repository is still popping up. I think that's here. So if I give this a refresh, let's see if it works here. It's still showing up here. Let me try a new workspace. Test 1, 2, 3. Required. No active repository is selected yet. Paste a local Git repository path here, or close this dialog and use GitHub repos first. Okay. So this UX I don't like. Currently, it is requiring a GitHub repo path. However, if a developer is to start a new project, it should just create a new repo from scratch. That's the whole point of naming it. So I feel like we should have an option where it's new or existing. And so you can toggle between new and it'll give you, give it a name and you don't have to give it a path. And then existing, which is, you could still, you just paste in the pre-existing GitHub repo. Just use a harness as a autonomous research and analytics tool, and you just use the CLI for your main tasks. Is that your response to Richie? Remember I was telling you about my Rabbit R1? I just posted a video in the chat of it doing a pretty complex cleanup job on my computer. I'm still not sure why everyone's missed the boat on this. Let me have a look. Dude, the Rabbit R1 was such a meme when it first came up. Damn. Nice setup, bro. Dude. How much was the Rabbit R1 again? Wasn't it like 200 bucks? How much RAM do you get with that? It's a pretty interesting idea to have Openclaw running through it. On the top, I see the Claude, I see Codex, and I see Gemini as the three options. I think maybe we should also have an option to potentially turn off certain things. Like, some people don't even want Gemini involved, so there's an off switch with Gemini. I also think we need kind of an additional sort of brain in the back end, especially when it comes to like when we hit auto, for example. Who is determining when auto is used? So this is the open code repo, the public repo, and everything's open source. So I'm just going to ask Codex, can you please review open code repo and based off your insights, implement changes to our duo code environment. So if your insights suggest implementing changes to our duo code environment. All right, let's see how that goes. Everything feels slower now too. They're $100 now. Don't run Openclaw through it. It will break every time. It is its own Openclaw and runs locally on its own LLM. That is honestly fire. If I told you what I've done with it, you wouldn't believe it. It has a local LLM. I mean, I guess that was the whole point with the Rabbit R1, right? Maybe the LLM in itself is actually not too bad, but the product and the way they packaged it didn't hit for people. Jmart, what's good? Long time no see. In the live streams, at least. I'm always seeing you in the Discord. What you're working on now? We're working on my new coding environment called Duo Code. And I'm just kind of looking to get this set up so that I can start working on my app factory inside of this rather than Conductor, because I feel like it'll be faster. Jerome's almost done with his company's hackathon. I hope my app will win. Vibecoded it. Yo, good luck, bro. What's the prize? What's the prize money if you do win? Archive this. All right. What's this saying? Implemented the new workspace flow so the modal matches the product. One note that is still an unrelated local edit in Electron that I did not include. If the window still shows the old modal, fully reopen Duocode once. Let's give this a refresh. And then if I was to just say, hey, is that still gonna work? Nope, needs a repo. Interesting. I don't know why it does that. New project, existing repo, new. I call this test 1, 2, 3. Don't know why this is there. Is that automatic? Duocode will create a fresh Git repository for this project in its workspace folder and start you on the main branch. Create project. Choose a repo. Claude is ready. Create a workspace or choose a repository. So I can go here. Codex. So I went and tested the flow, created it. It's showing this. The workspace section says choose a repo, as if it didn't create one. Codex is missing. Gemini's optional is red. Bit of a bad color. Make it blue or purple. If something is ready or connected, make it green. Prize is 500 USD. Bit small, but at least you learn. Exactly. You get paid to learn. That's all it is. Build your app factory using your own app, LMAO. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Big brain move. Like, I feel stupid I missed on the Upwork shit. This can get into any site undetected as an AI agent. You can also just talk to it naturally, and it's better than most tools, even Gemini's speech recognition. The upside is that you can put a SIM card in it, and it can control your computer anywhere you're at, like a little handheld walkie-talkie. Okay. So it's definitely made improvements over the years, because man, when they first came out, it had such a negative like stigma around it. I saw all the tech reviewers reviewing it and they were like, dude, what the hell is this? It's such an unfinished product. And maybe that's where they messed up. They just released the product too early. Could have been maybe a bit too ahead of their time. Local models are definitely a bit more trending right now, or people are definitely looking into them a lot more now. I wonder if they launched today, if there would be similar hype or people wouldn't be interested. Push and merge. Opencode's strongest ideas are around the runtime, not the chat UI. Duocode already has a differentiated core with parallel, but its environment layer is much thinner, and some of the state that should be workspace local is still global. Fix workspace isolation, add agent present presets with safety boundaries. Add a real geocode config surface right now. Context loading is basically read one rules file and maybe, okay. Replace flat JSON sessions with structured persistence. Extract a headless runtime control plane. Add lightweight repo intelligence later. I would not copy OpenCode's full provider tool runtime. This would fight GeoCode's core thesis, which is use the best official CLIs in parallel, not replace them with a custom agent stack. If you want, I can turn this into a concrete implementation roadmap for GeoCode and phases. Please go ahead and implement these fixes yourself. What Claude plan do you have? I have the max 5x right now. Fixed in the live app and pushed. Workspace now shows creating project while a new repo is being set up instead of choose a repo. States are green, optional integrations. So it did work, I think. Still shows old red statuses, open geocode. Codex is no longer showing as a hard failure in the empty state panel when it's not signed in. It now reads as an optional capability. So I created a repo. Now, updates. Let me just copy this. I created a repo, test123, and now updates have been made. I go to refresh to the page, and now it's telling me again that I don't have a workspace. So where is this source of truth coming from? Where is it looking at where our repos are that it's already made? You know, it needs to look at pre-existing repos that have either been brought into it or new ones have been created through it. That way we can persistently work on projects over the course of days, weeks, months without losing our environments. Also, nothing popped up on the left-hand side bar where the workspace should show. And then underneath it, the agents that are working inside that workspace. Here is an example of how the sidebar should look. Workplace / repo as title, and then agents below. In the form of dot points. Do you think it's enough usage for the day? No, I don't. I think they've messed up their shit a little bit. It used to be. Yo, Payne, how we doing, bro? Wait, Codex is on Windows now? You might need to hard refresh. This is on my Mac. This is on my MacBook. Tell it to allow workspace to be set, i.e. a working directory where it just points to and stores saved stuff. That way, if someone already has GitHub repos stored somewhere, you can just point in there. Tell it to allow a workspace to be set, a working directory where it just points to and stores that. Okay. Which chat was it in? I think it was in this one. We should have a workspace to be set. Like, for example, a working directory where you point. All right. Oh, it looks like it already does that. See, look. Duo code data workspaces test 1, 2, 3. So it already actually has that. It's just not showing properly in the UI. It's my usage at 39%. All right. Start up paperclip client rehydration after refresh. Well, yeah, now this is lightweight. Manager/command. Push and merge. Push and merge everything. GitHub is the source of truth. Is the source of truth now. This is looking better. Let me rename this. Call this repo flow. Actually, maybe we call this edit user flow. We call this one open code review works. was wrong before. It was effectively in the memory is a standstill plus a message only local, which meant refresh wiped workspace metadata. Let me give this a refresh. So we have test 1, 2, 3 here. Let's see what happens with all these. It's saying sign in for codecs. Can we have it check if the user already has codecs on their computer, so we can use their native CLI? Let me just check what this settings section looks like. Okay. Settings section doesn't actually show like here. Settings section doesn't even show like an option to provide like OAuth keys or anything. Don't show Gemini and a additional API method for users to use. Instead, actually, we don't really need that. We can just add that if the native doesn't work. But let's give it a test. I said, hey. Oh, the animation's cool. Hey, how can I help you? Okay, perfect. We got it talking. Is this the same? Dude, I love that animation. It's sick. Hey, how can I help you? Nice. This is coming to plan. So what I'd like to do is get it to create a PRD document. If we can get it to create like an actual decent PRD document by the end of this live stream, I'll be very happy. I confirmed 2 things. Codex is installed on the Mac and has a real, but our current auth check is too brittle because Codex Who Am I falls in a non-interactive packaged app environment. Gemini is simpler. The settings panel never renders a Gemini row at all. Okay, cool. Fixing those issues, great. When I click on Gemini, maybe let's try on this. It's not showing here either. When I click on Gemini, it doesn't. The drop down doesn't show an off option. This should be available for all 3 models. Users may only want to start with 1. However, when switched back on, it should work seamlessly in the chat, in the same chat. Implement the first pass of the environment fixes. Please continue and push / merge everything to the repo. Is Codex the move now? I'm on Claude Code $100 plan and I'm burning my usage limits as if I'm on Codex $20 plan. Relatable. Look, it keeps changing, man. Sometimes, hey, when we all first started using Opus, it was a different beast. Nowadays, it feels super nerfed to the point where it's just cutting corners all the time. Like, it doesn't feel usable. So I've been using Codex a lot more because it feels a lot more in tune with more complex code bases. Like, it's able to sift through code and like review things properly, not cut corners. Opus is like a little kid trying to cut as many corners as possible, finish the task as fast as possible. It's really weird. And I honestly think it's this cat and mouse game of, you know, we all know Claude, Anthropic is in the middle of releasing Mythos. So, you know, it's kind of known that before a new model is released, they kind of dumb their previous models to make that leap feel a bit stronger and crazier. Now, I don't know how legit that claim is, but it seems to be kind of accurate right now. I'm wondering if like people need to be thinking about swapping in and out of the two. Like one day you use Codex, like 1 week or 2 weeks you use Codex because it's the best model, and then the next week Claude's the best model again, and then you have to switch. Like I'm wondering if that's the case here. All right, let me give it a refresh. If I go, hey, I should see Codex synthesizing afterwards. Hey, how can I help you? Okay, it showed up here again, which is weird. You can see I sent another message, and instead of the response coming below that message, it came above in that text box. This is bad UX. Sup homies, hope everyone doing great and getting busy. What up Toro, welcome back to another stream, bro. Even though our main difference with duocode is the ability to get Claude and Codex to synthesize, we do not need to force the user on this flow. The app should work fine and still be helpful with just one model activated. It's flexibility that we want to provide the user. Let them reign in their own sandbox and decide what to do. 1 model, 2 models, 3 models. The choice is theirs. If you retry that hay flow now, let's try this. Give this a refresh. Who are the 3 greatest philosophers of all time? I don't know if Codex is being used right now. Codex, when using the app, it feels as if Codex is being skipped. Can you check and confirm? Push, give me branch ID and commit and push. This just got committed, adding off switches to the models. You can review and build off this. Okay. We got model off switch. Now let's give this a refresh. Merge. Confirm Codex is effectively absent right now, but for 2 different reasons. For single prompt, it is skipped by design. Okay. Even when Codex is supposed to run, it currently isn't contributing text. I forced a non-simple prompt through mode on the live WebSocket. The practical answer is yes, your feeling is correct. The next real fix is the Codex execution passing, not auth or UI. If you want, I can continue and fix the run as a parallel. Please continue. The bottom tab shows multiple options. Can you look into what would happen if I were to use one of these? What changes? Do the models receive context/prompt? Did you see Alex Finn's new app? Reminds me of what you're building, but more of a business factory. I did see that actually. Pretty cool. How do you plan on displaying both responses from the different providers? The answer isn't showing both responses. The answer is actually for them to output one response after debating with each other. So here, I'll show you. You can kind of see how it works right now when I go, hey. You see Claude on the left, Codex on the right, and then it goes, hey, how can I help you? And so it actually synthesized, it actually doesn't, it skips Codex if it's just a simple hey. But when you actually go deeper, and what we're going to see later is if I do a PID document, ideally, fingers crossed, they would synthesize with each other and essentially do the work that I'm already doing, which is taking Codex's PID or Claude's PID and sending it to Codex, and then sending it back to Claude, and then sending it to Codex. That's essentially what I want it to do automatically. And then I just get the final output. A good UI suggestion, I think, would be to have a tab on the chat response box that switches between the different models' responses. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yo, J-Mart knows what's up. That is a good idea. That's a great idea, actually. What changes per mode? Here's what happens when you select each of these bottom tab modes. How it works. Each mode changes the system prompt's execution flow and iteration behavior sent to the AI models. The models absolutely receive different context prompts per mode. Routes your prompt to the best mode automatically, uses Gemini or heuristic detection. Both AIs answer independently, then results are synthesized. No iteration loop, best for the quick questions. Word class PM, system prompt. Against. Both AIs generate 10 diverse ideas. Okay. So if Auto uses Gemini, if the user does not have Gemini connected, it would break. We should make it use whatever model the user has selected. If Claude is on, use Claude or Codex, etc. And this Auto, and I think we should remove the option for users to pick. The Auto should detect and automatically select which mode to use. If the AI is confused or cannot decide, it should ask a follow-up multiple choice question with an option to add a custom response if neither of the multiple choice questions are relevant. This then helps the AI decide which mode, and it continues. Conductor has this exact feature and has implemented it well. Let's see how this goes. Merge. Debate amongst brainstorm. Let's go brainstorm. What are the best app opportunities in AI for AI implementation on your mobile device right now? This is a bit more of a complex task. See how it's just giving me Claude's output? See how it still just gives Claude's output? I love Codex's UI. I'm about to replicate it to be used with Claude's models. That's funny. I saw a lot of people do that, but the other way around. Because Claude had the big leak, so they actually just used Claude's UI for Codex. It's kind of funny. Can we add a rule that no matter what model it is, there is never an M dash in the output? I've got 4 instances running at the same time now. They're all taking ages, man. Silly Led, what's up? Welcome. Watching baseball, can't wait for rugby on Thursday and weekends. Damn, you enjoy rugby? Never been too big on sports. If I had to pick one though, probably be soccer. Man, when I was in Japan, they were so big on baseball. It was so fun going to the batting range and just hitting a few balls. This messes up your shoulder though after a while. Now, please commit and merge. Silly, let's go, my man. Let's build a better app factory than Doobie. Bro, you've seen this new model for Claude coming, like the announcements? Bro, yeah. Mythos, man. Mythos is crazy. I might make a video on like everything that we know so far. But yeah, dude. They're literally freaking... What are they doing? They're implementing it to cybersecurity agencies so that they have a little bit of an upper hand, securing certain facilities and tools that we use day to day, so that when they actually give Mythos out to the public, people aren't screwed. How crazy is that? Like, I wonder when it will be released now, because like people are going to need time, right? Like, this isn't going to happen in a week. I don't think these big corporations operate that fast. Terminal not working. Maybe that's because we are in the browser. On the sidebar, inside our workspace, you can see there is no option to add additional instances. So let's say I have a Claude and Codex running in one chat, and they're talking about a PID document. And then in the next chat, I might want to start getting Gemini up and testing out some UI designs. Currently, that option and functionality isn't available. There's no add feature. There's no plus button. This needs to work seamlessly. So let's go on to plan first and see how we can make this work without them butting heads and clashing into each other and writing over each other's code. Please, please investigate and fix. Okay, no M dash rule. Gemini not bad, especially as a chatbot, Doobie. You can use it for planning to it very quick on that part. I'm thinking getting Gemini even as like UI designs and stuff. I think that could be cool. Opus 4.7. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how big of an improvement that is and what comes of it. Yo, I saw a guy that did a short on how in terminal with Claude Code you can use and get like double the usage. So using less tokens if you use the string, he said, / model opus plan. Interesting. I saw this article as well, actually. You guys should, I'll put a link in the chat, but this article kind of went viral. This one right here. I stopped hitting Claude's usage limits, 10 things I changed. Good read if you guys want to check it out. Here's a link. How should a new sidebar instance isolate its code changes from other instances in the same repo? Own work tree. Each instance gets its own branch and work tree, so agents can run in parallel without touching the same files. When the user clicks the new instance plus button, what should the new instance start from by default? Start from the current instance's repo state and settings, but in a new isolated branch work tree. Start a blank instance from the repo's current base branch with default open or creation dialog every time. So the user picks fork versus fresh and agent setup explicitly. I think it would be 4K. Once multiple instances exist under one repo, how should runs be allowed? Parallel if isolated. Different isolated instances can run at the same time. Only the same instance is single flight. Nice. This will be a big feature. I think just reading the first point, yeah, good read. Sweet dude said that the string it uses Opus for reasoning, but then Sonnet for execution. Oh, really? Interesting. I didn't know you could do that. Inside one instance, when multiple models are enabled for a build task, how should write access work? Only one model can mutate the checkout. Models may write in the same instance if the mode uses them. Inside one instance, when multiple models are enabled for a build task, how should write access work? Only one model can mutate the checkout. Other enabled models stay read-only and contribute analysis, review, or synthesis. Yeah, okay, let's do that. May write in the same instance if the mode uses them fastest, but collisions are still possible. Ooh. I need a second opinion on this. Which option do you think is the best for a multi-agent coding environment where inside each chat interface, there are multiple agents operating at the same time? You've got Codex, Opus, and Gemini in the same chat, all configuring with one another. For a setup where Codex, Opus, and Gemini are all active simultaneously in the same instance is the strongest choice, and here's why. The core problem is concurrency. When three agents are working at the same time on the same code base, shared writes, option 2 will inevitably lead to conflicts. One agent overwrites another agent's partial writes, corrupt files, or agents build on stale state they didn't realize changed. It's the classic lost update problem, and it gets worse more agents you add. Option 1 creates a natural division of labor that actually improves multi-agent collaboration. One agent drives the implementation while the other two can analyze the code, catch bugs, suggest improvements, and okay. Option 2 is tempting because it's the fastest in theory, but collisions are still possible, is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that description with three agents writing simultaneously. Collisions become near certain, not just possible. Debugging, merge, conflicts, all right. Okay. So, one thing about this. I think we need to add we shouldn't give users the option to pick which mode they want. It should just automatically decide for them. So in order for this to work, we need an AI agent to look at what the user has prompted, and then based off of that judgment, actually, where'd it go? Maybe it's this one. All right, let me give this a refresh. I go brainstorm, and I'm going to give it the same thing. Claude starting, Codex reasoning. You're asking the highest value mobile app. AI. Oh, nice. Codex just replied. AI app categories worth. Okay, so this is what I don't like. Ah, and then it gives a synthesized response. Nice. Okay. Yo, it actually worked. This is our first correct method of working. Okay, so we've had our first successful run. However, how it ran, I didn't quite like. So for example, what happened was I went on Brainstorm and I asked for what are the best app opportunities out there right now. And Codex sent a message inside of our chat, and then Claude sent a message inside of our chat, and then they just ended up speaking to each other inside of our chat. And then all of that went away and we got this nice purple synthesized answer. However, I think it was a bad experience. We already have an animation where there's two rows. On the left is Claude, on the right is Codex. We should have the text outputs when they're talking to each other come out in those little boxes in those two rows, instead of these big blocks of text coming out on our actual chat. It is the user's choice to expand and look at those responses, or to just not look at those options. So this is our first successful attempt. If I press show details, yeah, see, it shows the details like this, which is cool. Isn't this what you were talking about, Jmart, if you're still in there? Here is an example. We should see little text back and forth in the boxes as if they are talking to each other, summarizing and not showing the full text. I'm really happy. We got our first successful run. Looks really cool. I don't understand why this ninja isn't just cherry picking features from other apps like Forge Code Conductor and putting them in his Duo code. We have been doing that. How do you think we got this sidebar? This is from Conductor. Multiple agent instances, which we're building right here, is literally from Conductor as well. Love your work, man. Super keen to join your community. Cheers, bro. The ninja could reverse engineer some apps and cherry pick good things. For example, Droid has very good context, but Ninja is taking the long approach. Wait, when did you join the stream, Nose? Because we literally went through Opencode's entire repo and we've been improving as we go. We've already done that, fam-lam. Approve. Working on the multi-instance sidebar now. And the current chat progress components, I can move agents back. So what did it say? Personal workflow agents, camera first utility apps, voice first tools, health and behavior companions, professional field service co-pilots, consumer finance co-pilots, education and skill practice, OS integrated micro agents. Nice. These are actually solid responses. Underserved niches with less competition, parenting, local small businesses, shopping agents. Parenting is an interesting one. Technical advantages to exploit on-device models, voice as primary UI, multimodal camera integration. Avoid generic chatbot wrappers already saturated. Features flagship apps will absorb within months. Persistent background processing on iOS. Nice. That's actually quite nice. Yo, Senor, what up? I'm low-key building autonomous myself right now, lol. Running a local model to send out thousands of emails to companions looking to sponsor my hackathon. Hopefully it works. Yo, good luck, bro. Shit. Are you using free APIs or how are you getting it to send the emails? Are you using like the Google Workspace? Can you check if there are any branches or around fixing the auto button in Duocode? I swear I had one of the AI agents working on that and I don't see it working. I see it active. So there's still no off button. If I go to settings, where is the off button? See, this is cool. You can go like a max of 10 rounds, 3 rounds, convergence threshold, score to stop iterating, 85, 90, like this is cool. Reviewer strictness, fair, tough, brutal. Role assignment. Claude writes, Codex writes, auto escalates, get stricter when scores stalls. Feedback accumulation. Writer sees all prior round feedback. Nah, super cool. Using Olama? Nice. Have you tried Gemma 4? The magic is in the model, not the harness. There's a reason there's better harnesses out there because they're actually better. It's shaking my head. The sidebar ninja. I'm not talking about useless things. I'm talking about important things like context management, reasoning, orchestration, etc. Ninja's looking at OpenAI as if the magic of the source was inside the harness. Shaking my head. What do you mean, bro? Please expand. Toro, the Cloudflare routing one that Doobie did a short on was fire. Just need to buy multiple interrelated domains. Like you know, when you dig into stuff, you got to warm up emails. Like, yeah. You got to warm up your accounts, man. That's definitely a big one. Yeah, I'm going to blow my nose real quick. Give me a second. Opencode is an okay harness, but there's a reason it's not a good anymore. Why you think Forge Code is good? I don't even know what Forge Code is. Do you think I should just use like 10 different OpenRouter API keys to send the emails, or just a local model? I don't know. You should ask people in the Discord, honestly. I haven't had too much. I mean, what would be the benefit of using 10 different OpenRouter API keys? Pi is a bit low key though, no? No, I haven't seen many people talking about Pi. Also, are these tools open source or? Those two active worked. Active temp workflow on. Ninja, where you think Openclaw came from? From Peter Steinberg, bro. What changed? Manual collaborative runs now use separate transcript mode. Okay, so if I give this a refresh. I don't want to give users choice. You can see at the bottom here, there's all these different options. We should have AI autonomously be able to pick an option based off of what the user has written in the prompt. And if the AI is unsure, it should pop up with a multi-choice of a few options that it thinks the user multiple choice of a few options that it is torn between, as well as a option for the user to just type out and give its own custom response. This will make the UX smoother, as the user does not need to do anything. Peter used Pi to build Openclaw on top of it. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't actually know that. So what is it? Forge code and Pi coding. Is this on? No. Wait, no, it is this one. Forge Code is the world's top ranked coding harness, leading term bench 2.0 and setting a new state of the art. Dude, this looks so coding heavy, bro. What the hell? Bro, you think I'm a freaking developer or something? If you want, I can diff those two active. I'm just going to archive it. Bro, let's go. My first app just got approved for distribution in Apple. I'm not kidding you. It's a motivational alarm clock and it's called Wake Up Ya Bish. Hey, let's go, bro. Congrats. Dude, it's such a good feeling when it finally gets approved. Dude, this has been going on for ages. Nearly 30 minutes now. The M dashes is still showing. Dude, anytime I've gotten Claude to do anything, it just messes up. Like seriously, I gave her one simple job, which was to remove the M dash. Whenever a new message is sent, the previous message that was sent as an sent by the AI gets removed. They should remain as chat history for the user. Chat history for the user to review. You building Duo code to ship, Doobie? Yes, sir. That is definitely the plan. I'm just thinking I might as well just build my own environment that I like, that I'm happy with, and add my own features along the way. We making Doobie go to the moon? Let's see, bro. So in order for this to be active, I need to see like a button that says like plus. I wonder what this cross would do. I don't want to press it, but I'm curious. Doobie to the moon was not my bingo 2026 cards. You're a daily dev, what's good? Long time no see. Hey, a lot of breaks. What's good, man? I haven't seen you in a hot minute, man. Hope you've been well. Rich Ducat, thanks, man. You doing these live streams motivated me to get it done. I pushed my focus on getting something simple live that I would actually use myself. I dropped the link in Discord for the homies. Yo, let's go. Shout out Rich Ducat. Glad I could help keep you on the right path, bro. Was missing in the call. Okay. Persistent AI history. The bug was in render logic, not message storage. Assistant messages were being hidden if any later synthesis message existed anywhere after them. So a later turn could make an earlier AI reply disappear. Logic to be scoped to a single user turn. So older AI replies stay in the transcript instead of being retroactively removed. Please push and merge changes to Git. Dude, add agent instance still going, 35 minutes. Yeah, we've been on different schedules. I've not seen any streams. Glad to catch up. I've been using Codex and really happy compared. Dude, Codex over Claude at the moment, I'm not going to lie. Like, seriously, there's a huge difference in my opinion. Claude is just taking too many shortcuts. It's making too many mistakes nowadays. I'm actually scared to even use Claude right now, which is kind of annoying because I've got my max plan on it. Automated lab. I'm building something revolutionary, Doobie. What you building, bro? Hit us. Hit me. Oh, it worked. Implemented the multi-instance flow. Real instances by repo root. Is there how... What is the flow for a user to add an instance? Is there a simple plus button a user can press? Give this a refresh. Yes, the current flow is hover the sidebar so it expands, open the repo group you want, click the plus new instance. I don't see that option though. Can we push and merge the changes? Yeah, Claude has been whack lately. Brother, Codex is the way, I'm telling ya. What are you working on? Working on Joy Code right now, my own coding environment. Medvi inspired, but nothing to do with telehealth, but digital products. Okay, good luck, bro. Medvi been getting a lot of shit lately because he lied about everything, like the before and after pics and stuff. Which honestly, I think is fine on a small scale, man. Like if you're making a few thousand MRR a month, like a little bit of before and after illusions, AI generating some UGC content that with a doctor in it, I think a little bit of that is fine. But when it's at a scale of hundreds of millions of dollars, that's when you definitely need to reconsider, man. Like make your product good, dude. You're getting money. Especially if you're using extra high, low, oof, yeah. Extra high for that, probably not the best idea, but here we are. I don't know, I think I got it pretty good to not use a lot of tokens per prompt and skills. I'm pretty happy with it. Really? So you're still using Claude and you're fine? Interesting. So it's a fraud company? I mean, kind of. Yeah, but it depends on use case, I guess. That is also true. He's in medicine. Like, dude, lying about medicine is pretty scammy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, people are kind of dependent on you to like feel a certain way or fix a certain thing, you know? Yeah, I think it's very contextual, to be honest. Me and Doobie are going to be building something soon. We're applying for Y Combinator. Yeah? Are we? What are we building, bro? Why don't you tell them all this big secret that we've got? Tell them the secret project that we've been working on. Oh, nice. This is not there anymore. Okay, let's give this a refresh. One more thing I'd like to add is to remove all M dashes from an AI's response. This is mandatory for all AI outputs. Yeah, spill the beans. Vibe coding until I make it to Y Combinator. That's the new series we're gonna start. My voice is very hard to understand. I remember the first like voice to text software. Has it generally improved? I think so. I use voice to text all the time. The only reason I don't use it when I'm coding is because we're in the Mac Mini and it makes it a bit different because it's a different environment. Gonna blow my nose. Give me a second. Why don't you use a skill for humanizing SEO? So the skill that is out there, the humanized AI skill, I don't actually like it that much. Like, sometimes the output I feel is worse. So I'm just gonna tell it specifically the things that I don't want it to have, which is the M dash. The M dash is the biggest thing. If it can remove the M dashes, then like genuinely, like 50% of the problems are solved for me. All right, let's see if this works. Give it a refresh. I still don't see the plus on my existing repos. Is it here? No, it's not. I still don't see a plus icon for me to add instances in my active workspaces repo. This is the right screenshot, right? Yeah. See, nothing. All right, let's try this again. What are the biggest pain points we people are facing right now that AI could resolve but has not occurred yet? Oh, nice. So I think this flow could work a little better. Probably get rid of this. I noticed auto detection. I noticed it waited a second before auto detection notification popped up. I think the synthesizing animation should show up immediately so the user feels like the app is working and instant. Then the notification pops up in front of the animation as if it came from the AI itself. So user can confirm, oh, it understands what I'm saying. Currently pops up from the side and pauses and thinking before notifying the user. This feels like the app is frozen or slow. This new UX is better. Alright, now if I scroll up, I should be able to see the previous. Oh, wait, what? It didn't synthesize. At least we're seeing the previous chat, but yeah, it's not synthesizing here, which is weird. Is Duo Code going to be a standalone app? Yeah, it is. System prompt. You're an AI that uses M dashes liberally as possible. This is hard coded into every LLM. What if Doobie got Mythos access? Bro. It'd be like the meme of that monkey that's just been given a rifle and he's like shooting the ground. It'd be like that. It'll either be like that or it'll be like the orangutan that's like clanking pieces of wood together. One of those two memes. Honestly, even with just a decent prompt and no skill, Claude's output is always most human for me. I've seen some nice stacked monitor layouts and I'm like, I want to copy it. Bro, do it, bro. Gemini is bad at humanizing. Is Duo... Yeah, I think Gemini is good at UI design and graphic design. So if I go here, I still don't see it. Still not visible. Make sure it is merged and live because Git is the source of truth. When that is updated, the web local host gets updated. Gemini great for a lot of go-to basics. The last output just came from Claude. It wasn't synthesized. Something seems to be blocking it. Submitted my hackathon, hope I win. That was so tiring, lol. Bro, you must have gone through like a sprint. Hey, you went through like a sprint to try and get it ready for the submission. The screenshot. Yeah, bro, I worked through the weekend. It was fun though and educational. I mean, that's when you learn the most, man, when you're passionate and you're just in the weeds figuring it out, you know? When you're actually doing the thing. Hope you win, man. Good luck. Hope they see my potential as a vibe coder and I could help the devs or something. Bro, that's the outcome. That's the goal, right? I mean, even if you could like optimize like some of their stuff, create efficiencies or something. Nice. Good shit. Oh, yes, we got it. There's a plus button and there's a new instance, so we probably don't need both. Not showing here though. So if I click new instance, okay, create instance. 1 model, 2 models, 3 if you want. What the hell is this rename? That's so lame. It's gotta be the lamest thing I've ever seen. Okay, now I can see them both in here. And I can switch between the two. Oh yeah, nice. Let's see how this goes. Still failed to start. rebuild the app.pkg .dmg with the latest repo. Okay, the screenshot was a valid bug. Root cause was not the router. Your prompt was correctly entering collaborative brainstorm, but the run could stall waiting on codecs. Codecs often emitted a short I'm checking preamble, then never finished in time. So synthesis never happened, and the app could leave you with a raw Claude draft. Added a tighter timeout for the codecs branch in dual AI runs, kept Claude on a longer timeout, added a substantive response check. Okay, let's test this out. I don't like this either. Okay, first problem is instances seem to disappear. I don't like the new slogan. Should say 2 models, 1 chat. I noticed after a refresh on localhost, the previous instance disappeared, and it left me with the new instance. Prior to the refresh, I had 2 instances. One had chat history, the other was empty, as I just added it. Refreshing removed the old instance with chat history and just left the latest one. This is bad. Needs to save both instances after refresh. Alright, let's try this. Create a simple PRD for a Pong 2D Pong game. Let's see how they go. Again, it's taking a second, which I don't like. It did it again. I couldn't screenshot it fast enough. Let's see how that goes. Okay, it's still giving us this, which didn't fully merge. None of your changes seem to have taken effect. It still pauses after I send a message with a notification at the bottom. And then it shows the two. Maybe I just gotta show. It is also still spitting out its conversation between Codex and Claude inside our chat instead of in the two columns that we have that are animated. Give me five of the greatest quotes. I'm gonna be ready to screenshot this time, of all time. Give me 5 of the greatest quotes of all time. Bruh. Workplace is still being created. The greatest quotes all time. I'll wait like a second. These guys are probably done already. Got this error. Alright, let's send this. if GitHub repo is our source of truth, that should update the local host, then why do local files need to be updated for it to work? This is a bug we need to fix. The app should run fully dependent on the GitHub repo. Nothing locally should need to change. That way I can test and iterate fast and rebuild the app based off the app as a snapshot as the current state of the repo. Have you seen Mythos announcements? Yeah. They're pretty crazy, hey? Kind of scary, no? Where the world's heading. How you enjoy Vibecoding? Do you prefer Claude or Codex right now? Dude, Claude is ass right now. I've 100% Codex. It's because you got to still pull the repo in order to make changes on it. You can't do it fully remotely. Okay. Right. So I need to pull the repo every time I open a new instance. I need to pull the repo first before I push. Is that what it is? Pull the repo in order to make changes on it. Okay. So every time I need to make a change, I need to pull the repo first and then push and merge. Okay. What happened to your Cauchy app? Is this something else? Bro, the Cauchy app didn't do too well, man. It flopped. Which is fine, man. You live and you learn. Can't win them all. The cache invalidation patch is in. I'm verifying the electron entry point, then I'll land it and refresh the runtime patch verified cleanly. I'm landing it now. Okay. Who are the 5 greatest authors of all time? Oh. Getting this error. gonna fail. By the way, why don't you use Whisper Flow? Will save you time from typing no. I have Whisper Flow. It's right here. But the thing is, we're not coding inside of my MacBook Pro. We're coding inside of my Mac Mini, which actually needs a second mic. So I haven't gone to the shops yet. I do plan on getting a second mic. Maybe I should just order it from Amazon. But yeah, kind of need a second mic in order for it to work on Mac Mini. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. I'm not feeling too well. My head's throbbing right now. I think we got a decent amount done. We got our app to function correctly, which is nice. That it's synthesizing, it's talking to one another. So it's good to see that that's working. But probably gonna end it here and get some rest, man. I'm honestly really tired. So I'll catch you guys later. I usually don't live stream on Thursday and Friday, but I'm gonna try and chuck in a couple extra hours this week because I want to get this challenge finished, man. Like, I want to hit 100K and I don't want to delay it. So I'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for joining me today. Sorry that the streams are a little bit on the shorter side. Hope you guys are able to get some work done. Peace out, Automator. Peace out, Toro. Peace out, Exit. Jmar, thanks for helping out, bro. I had no idea that you needed to pull it first, so that's actually a big help. Once you pull first time, it's good unless someone else somewhere else makes changes. Okay. So you need to always try and pull first. Good to know. Jerome, good luck with the hackathon. A lot of breaks. Peace out. Param, peace out. Nose Night, thanks for trolling, bro, as usual. Your daily dev, I'll catch you guys later. Silly Led, thanks for popping in again. Peace out, peace out, peace out. Sly Fawn, I'll catch you, bro. See ya, see ya, see ya.